The Onslow County Civic Affairs Committee was formed in 1999 and carries on the legacy of the Jacksonville Civic Affairs Committee that was formed in 1990 and dissolved to create the county-wide committee. The committee serves to advance civic education and provides several observances and commemorations, such as the annual Patriot Day 9/11 observance, Freedom Fountain observance, and the Juneteenth educational observance. The committee also selects the Fabric of Our Community Award recipients who are honored each year for their service and contribution to Onslow County. Those being recognized this year represent years of service, often a lifetime dedicated to others. Their contribution to the community is vast and varied, from ensuring the safety and well-being of others to preserving the stories of those who came before us. They each did so with a spirit of humbleness and open-heartedness that not only guided their service, but inspired others to join alongside them. We are now announcing those who will be honored this year as clearly a part of the fabric of our community. Pam Thomas will be one of those honored as a significant part of the fabric of our community. She was one of those lost to COVID in 2020. The way Pam lived her life is a testament to her convictions and priorities. Her love for children and their well-being will be her legacy. They were always first. Community spirit resonated within her soul. Her focus on the impoverished was clear in her tireless efforts with the Onslow Community Outreach and her longtime membership in the Jacksonville Breakfast Rotary Club, among numerous other community charities. She was a dedicated teacher, coach, and IT director during her 35 years in education. She was also on the Board of Education for 16 years, 11 of those as chairwoman. She was loyal to the Onslow County school system throughout her decades-long career, and while serving in countless leadership roles, the role of teacher was her passion. Pam believed that setting high goals for her students encouraged them to achieve. Her students' love for her made them accept that challenge. She respected them, and they respected her. She loved them, all of them, no matter their circumstances. She believed in the good in all children. Pam rarely focused on herself, but rather on those who needed assistance. There are countless stories of how she has helped many in the community. The true nature of her soul shines through in so many posthumous stories of her positive impact on numerous people. It is for her spirit of compassion, inclusiveness, and dedication to our children's future that the Onslow Civic Affairs Committee is proud to name Pam Thomas as clearly a person whose loss to this community has left a hole in the fabric of our community. Now, Sandra Wyrick Crane, one of the co-chairs of the annual Fabric of the Community recognition.
Dr. Gina Francis is one of those who became the face of the effort to construct Modford Point Memorial and to tell its story. Sharing stories was natural for Dr. Francis, who graduated college as a print journalist and worked for years in Wilmington with a journal there. That work provided skills that she would use to tell the story of her father and others who were the original Modford Point Marines. She told the story of their assignment to a mosquito-inhabited swampy area of the base where blacks, reluctantly admitted to the Marine Corps, were forced to build their own lodging and to train and motivate others. They were not issued weapons except during a training when a white Marine would provide one. In off-duty hours, they were only able to go to the main side of the base with a white Marine accompanying them, and gave voice to the effort to remember the original Montford Pointers. This story now has a tangible home in our community within the Lejeune Memorial Gardens. And part of the reason a success for this tribute is the work of Dr. Gina Francis. Her resolve for success has been demonstrated in her personal life, where she went back to college to become a veterinarian and to return to this community where she had been a product of the Camp Lejeune Dependent and Onslow County schools, including Jacksonville High School. Her collegiate sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, forms a base for many of her civic activities, which includes membership to the Friends of Hammocks Beach and her continued role with the National Montford Point Marine Association. As a veterinarian, she has assisted many groups and has won a reputation for inspiring others to pursue a career in veterinary medicine and to use it to do good. For her work to tell and preserve the story of our Montford Point heritage, for her dedication to this community, and for her personal inspiration about achieving your dreams, the Onslow County Civic Affairs Committee will recognize Dr. Gina Francis as part of the fabric of our community.
Major Capers is an American hero and the subject of a documentary which could not have been made years ago. That's because much of what happened was only recently declassified. The Legend of Team Broad-Minded is an unflinching biographical documentary that portrays the extraordinary life story of Major James Capers, Jr., who persevered through adversity and after 50 classified missions rose to become one of the most decorated force recon Marines in history. Capers and his recon team, aptly named Team Broad-Minded, overcame stereotypes and seemingly impossible missions, changing the course of history. While his previous service was only recently declassified, Onslow County knows him for his service to the Marines and his service to the community. His early years were that of a son of a sharecropper who enlisted in the Marine Corps, where he served in Vietnam for covert operations in Africa and Eastern Europe. He was wounded 19 times in battle and became the face of the iconic Ask a Marine recruitment campaign. A soft-spoken man, his commendations offer an inspiring view of his heroism and self-sacrifice. Nominated for the Medal of Honor, he has been awarded the Silver Star, 2 Bronze Stars and Combat V, 3 Purple Hearts, the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry, a Joint Service Commendation Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, 3 Good Conduct Ribbons, Battle Stars, Navy Commendation Medal, Navy Achievement Medal, CG Certificate of Merit, multiple letters of merit, appreciation, and commendation. As an African American, his achievements included being the first African American to command a Marine recon company and the first enlisted African American Marine officer to receive a battlefield commission. As an Onslow resident, he works with groups to inspire young people with a clear vision of a better life and providing mentoring to help them achieve that. Major James Capers, Jr. will be added to the list of those being honored as part of the fabric of our community.
Charles and Lee Eford are an excellent example of good people who are truly part of the fabric of our community. Charles grew up in Jacksonville and was working for his father in the family business when his father passed away and left him with the exterminating business. Charles was in his late 20s, and he led and grew the business while also helping to inspire and lead efforts to improve our community. Lee Barnes Eford was his partner and encourager, working for many years with Camp Lejeune Dependent Schools. It was there that her ability to inspire others and to motivate others blossomed. Several years ago, she inspired, got it funded, and personally supervised the installation of a labyrinth at the Richard Ray All-America Park. The unique meditation device with a single winding path is a popular addition to the Jacksonville Commons area. She rallied students from White Oak High School and to help construct the special site, making them ambassadors of the power of meditation through walking the labyrinth. Retiring after years at the base schools, Lee has continued to inspire and motivate healthy activities for children as part of her work with the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern North Carolina. With a desire to have youth recognize the natural world around them here in Onslow County, Charles was drawn to the Sturgeon City project. The project started with a goal to use oysters, wetlands restoration, stormwater mitigation, and aeration to restore life into the highly degraded waters of Wilson Bay. So successful was the effort that it morphed into a project to help clean all of the New River, and it is still underway with the current project of lengthening and improving the Oyster Highway within the river. Charles was drawn to the pledge of the Jacksonville City Council, made September the 7th, 2000, to dedicate the old wastewater treatment plant into a site that would tell the story of the river's restoration and to create new stewards of the river. The concept for the Sturgeon City Environmental Education Center was large and plagued by awareness issues and the nature of the funding that was given, then withdrawn over time. Charles took the lead to get the funding from private and public sectors that led to the construction of the facility. Now, a civic and environmental education center, the building daily educates youth and adults about their environment, and it has become much needed civic space for events and activities unrelated to the environmental purpose. But those who attend can learn the story of how this community returned a degraded river into one now that is frequented by wildlife and is a treasured community resource. Onslow County Civic Affairs wishes to acknowledge Charles and Lee Eford for their good works and love for Onslow County as a member of the fabric of our community. I now recognize Raquel Painter, Chief Executive Officer of the Onslow United Way and a Civic Affairs Committee member, to speak about the event where these honors will be presented.
United Way is honored to be a part of the recognition of the fabric of our community honorees. They will be honored at our annual Golden Rule Lightkeepers Award for Volunteers on April 25th, 2024 at the Onslow County Government Center. It is appropriate that these titans of our community are recognized, and they're appropriate that they are recognized along with the outstanding volunteers of our community. The Jacksonville Onslow Volunteer Center was created in 1998 when Governor Jim Hunt helped to secure a grant to help start the effort, and then his Eastern Area Coordinator, Annette Gray Hargett, arranged to have a full-time AmeriCorps worker staff the first center. Sandra Crane was the first regular director of the Volunteer Center, and during her tenure, the JCPenney Golden Rule Lightkeeper Awards were brought to Onslow County. That legacy was advanced with the Daily News, then owned by Freedom Press, sought to honor those who held the light for others in service and dedication. The Golden Rule Lightkeepers Award continued with special recognition in the Daily News. Now our awards are presented at the same event that we showcase those whose work and avocation have helped to strengthen the fabric of our community. We invite all of you to attend the event on April 25th, when more of these stories of dedication to the fabric of our community are presented. You can sign up at uwonslow.org.
"38 persons have been recognized for their contribution to the fabric of our community. This honor does not end a career or memory of those who have come before us. Instead, we seek to honor those persons in such a manner that you may be inspired to leave your mark on our community. You have the individual power to make something better in Jacksonville and in Onslow County. You can help advance something that will improve the fabric of our community. The Onslow Civic Affairs Committee wishes to inspire you and others to help improve the civic infrastructure of our community by powerful actions taken by individuals and small groups. On behalf of the Onslow Civic Affairs Committee, we invite you to join us for the honors of these who are being recognized for being part of the fabric of our community. Please use their stories and their actions to inspire what you can do to improve our community.